What's up, everybody? It's your boy Dan in the building. Now let's get a much-needed win, man, over OKC, 106-98. We're here to talk about it, man. We're here to go in depth on it. But before we do that, here's my co-host.
Hey, what's going on, fam, man? Go ahead and grab yourself something to drink. Sit back, relax, and let that be known. Sport. What's going on?
We got one, man. A much-needed victory. Much needed victory, man. The game seemed harder than what it turned out to be. I guess because there's so much emphasis on this game. Because we needed this game very bad, especially what happened to the Mavericks last game. The Mavericks, if you didn't catch it, or if you didn't get a chance to see any highlights of the Mavericks game, for those who are watching, the Mavericks was cheated out of a game versus the New Orleans Pelicans. It was the obvious goaltending on Spencer Dinwiddie within the last seconds of the game, and the refs refused to look at it to try to get the call right, and they basically just let the game play out. So they let an illegal play go. We lost. We suffered from it. Tonight we came out. We had to have this one, and I know it's a good Thunder team. Although Shea didn't play, this team is still very, very good. They're scrappy. They're very well coached. And the game seems so much tougher. But when you look at it, it's like, man, it wasn't that tough. They had no one to score over 20 points.
Mm-hmm.
I think the highest they had, J-Lo, I think he had 19. So when you look at the grand scheme of things, it wasn't, a tough victory. I guess it must have been, it seemed tough because we're shorthanded in key areas. They set some people too. But with Lively already out, and Gafford IQ is just low. I mean, he gets the ball, he just going barreling. Like, after you get 2 charges, you should know they're looking to take the charge. It should just register in your mind, like, let me stop first and look. Not Gafford. He gets the ball and just go full speed ahead, and they're waiting on him. And it was a lot of low IQ basketball out there, man. It just disturbs me when I see it, especially from pros. IQ, Kyrie 1-on-4. Come on, man. Like, you're the veteran on this team. You're a star. You're a leader on this team. You know that's not a high percentage thing you got going there, man. You just take off with the ball. Instead of you pulling it back out, you don't have numbers. You turn it over. Grimes, the same thing. Instead of Grimes just grabbing the ball, he's trying to take off and dribble with the ball.
Trying to scoop it up and go.
And I'm just like, the IQ it's just the IQ plays. You could be so much better just playing smart basketball. And this is like where you miss Luka. Like, Luka doesn't have the attributes as some of the other guys. So he has to be smart. Like, Luka, he's not going to out jump you. He's not going to outrun you. He doesn't have a plethora of athleticism. So he has to play smart. He has to have wits. And this is like a game where you needed to slow down. They was playing so aggressively. The lob pass was there tonight. because the big was showing so hard on the screens. But missing Luka, and Dinwiddie came through at the end. But boy, was I pissed at him. Him coming up the court jacking three.
Hey, he ain't get that 32% on the season for nothing. You seeing it firsthand how you getting this 32%.
And I'm not gonna let him slide. J Kid. Terrible. Terrible coaching. Why won't you play Omax? Just why won't you play him?
Like I said, been saying, when he's in the game, you know he's in the game.
He makes an impact on the game every time. Even if he's not scoring, his presence is just felt. You feel his presence.
And he caught a body tonight.
And he dunked on J-Dub. Like, you feel his presence every time he's on the court. Maxi Kleber is so scared to shoot the ball. He would let the shot clock run out before he shoots this ball. He don't want to shoot it. It looked like honestly tonight, it looked like nobody really wanted to shoot it. Nobody besides Najee and Kyrie.
Yeah.
Clay shoot that thing too. Clay don't care.
You give me any type of space.
But as far as the other guys, nobody really wanted to shoot it. Everybody was so tense.
Mm-hmm.
And so Dallas was getting caught in a lot of late clock situations. Because I will give Kai credit for this. He was creating some open looks. And guys just were so hesitant to shoot, or they'll try to pump fake and try to drive instead of just shooting the ball.
You pass up a lot of open shots.
And so you pass up so many open shots. Now you're caught in a late clock situation. And I give credit to Dinwiddie. He'll shoot the late bomb. A lot of those shots he got were bombs, were grenades that he got because other guys wouldn't shoot the ball and they end up passing it to him with 3 seconds. I mean, what else could he do besides just fire it up? So but Maxi Kleber is the main culprit of that. Another injury tonight. I guess 2 injuries. I guess the Powell went out. It looked like something. I mean, man, we need him. We're so thin. Like I can't even fan him off because we're just so thin. We're Lively out. Like
he pulled his groin or something with the groin. Looks like
it looked like groin injury. So those are very, very tricky and funny.
It was nasty too.
Those are like hamstrings.
Yeah,
it takes time and they're tricky. You
gotta be careful with those.
You can feel good one day and then you can wake up the next day and it is grabbing at you. They're a little different in pain. The groin is more of a throbbing type of pain. Mm-hmm. The hamstring is more of a grabbing type of pain. Mm-hmm. Every time you try to run or take off, it grabs that muscle, and it's excruciating if you have never had a hamstring injury. That was just to give you a slight indication of what those feel like or what those tend to do to you. So like Luka has a poor calf, is like a hamstring. Mm-hmm. So every time he tries to run, it literally it grabs that muscle and it literally makes you lock up like and it makes you stiff because you don't want to put no weight on it. And so that's kind of what Luka's dealing with. And then Powell has the groin. It's just going to be throbbing and hurting until, it gets better. Jaden Hardy looks like a ankle sprain. Hopefully it's not a high ankle sprain. He put some pressure on it walking off. So,
it's the same one that he was dealing with prior.
The guy ran him over. I thought it should have been a hostile foul. The way they was calling it, because the foul they call on PJ, I thought PJ hit the man in the head. He didn't even hit the man in the head at all. Mm-mm. He got the man on the arm. It should have just been a hard foul. He got hit hard on the arm. But then you let a guy run a guy over. Hardy's running off a screen. OKC guy. I want to. Who is that guy? What's that shooter? Isaiah Joe is chasing Hardy off a screen and just flat out just runs him over.
Whoa.
And then lands on top of his ankle. Like, so what they call, man, hostile. I mean, like the refs were a little bit better tonight. I could stomach it, man, because they wasn't good, but they was okay. They called it semi-fair. Now in the beginning, they wasn't calling it fair at all, because every time J-Dub drove, he got a foul. Like, and then Dallas would come down and Kyrie would literally get obliterated on a layup, and the ref just be like, and so Kyrie looking like he getting that call down there. And so, but they changed it up and started giving Dallas, some foul calls, and we'll get into this a little bit. As we look at the team stats, they shot better from the three. They shot 43%, which kind of kept them in the game. Dallas shot pretty good as a team from the free throw, 72%. They won the rebound battle. Most of it because Gafford just was out of the game. He just was in foul trouble. And Dallas had to play small. Dallas had more blocks and more steals, which is, shocking because OKC leads the league in those steals. We had 17 turnovers, which don't shock me. And when we look at Dallas shot more free throws. So like I said, the refs kind of balanced it out going into the second half. But most of this falls on the game. Didn't even have to be like this. Most of this falls on Kyrie and Jason Kidd, because you go into the halftime with a 20-point lead. The main discussion should have been coming out of halftime, hey guys, let's finish them off so that Kyrie don't even have to play the fourth. Let's finish them off. Let's put our foot on their neck. We already have a 20-point lead. Let's not come out lackadaisical. Let's come out. Let's get to it. And Dallas did everything but. They came out of timeout. They turned the ball over. They missed shots. They took bad shots. And Jason Kidd, he's not going to call a timeout till they danger take the lead. They walked us down from a 20-point lead. Kidd didn't call a timeout until they was within 6 points. Just to show you what we're talking about. 20 points. They are walking your team down, and your team can't seem to right the ship. You let them get as close as 6 points before you call a timeout. Now they have all the momentum. Now your team is reeling when you could have broke the momentum when they got within 10 points or 12 points. But man, what's your take on this, man?
Man, first and foremost, man, we needed this win in the worst way. So shout out to him for getting it done. A win at the end of the day, a win is a win.
A win is a win, man.
And I'll take it. So 106-98, man. Shout out, man. We found a way to win, even though we was up by, was it 18-19 at the half?
Was up at 20.
20 at the half. And then come third quarter, we unraveled everything we did in that first half. But shout out to them, man. They found, as ugly as it was and as bad as, I'm sorry, I think these wrestlers were worse than the ones from the other night. So yeah, the ones from the other night did have a bad call that did cost us the game. But these here, man, these were some obvious ones. It was like more than one. These was like quite a few that they missed tonight. But besides that, man, they found a way to win, man. Shout out to Dinwiddie, man.
It's some big
Got it.
shots in there.
He had some big shots in in the fourth quarter, man. Some big threes, man. When he had to fall on the bomb, man. But you know, they came through, man. Hit some big shots there, man. Shout out to PJ, man. He came back tonight, man. He I like PJ, man. He with all the smoke. He is with all the smoke, and I like it.
What
And I like it.
I don't understand how he got a technical foul
Wow. And he the one got pushed.
or standing there looking, and the guy pushes him, and now PJ gets a technical foul.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. I don't understand the rules.
And that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Or even that one where when Cleveland knocked the ball out and they challenged it, that should have been a foul. He clearly he didn't like just hold the jersey. He tugged on Cleveland jersey, and they went and looked at it, and they still didn't call it a foul on that. And you're reviewing this, and it's plain as day. It's not like he had it like in a a tucked away spot. He is in the middle of his jersey where it say Mavs at, and you tugging away, and you still don't call foul. I mean, how much they paying y'all?
I give them shout out. I shout them out for this. Calling the flop fouls on Lou Dort. Boy, I was so happy. I was so happy. He has to be one of the biggest floppers in the NBA.
God is real.
When he comes off a screen, I mean, he is throwing his body every which way.
He be hurting folks doing that mess.
It don't matter. It don't matter how much contact he got. He could have not even got hit. He is chunking his body, and the ref looked like he was waiting on it. Like he was like, the first time you do this, I'm gonna take it. The ref was sitting there. The ref wasn't looking at nobody but Lou Dort. He was sitting on the sideline with that whistle in his mouth.
Come on, I dare you.
I dare you to throw your body. I dare you to throw it. And he did.
He couldn't help himself.
He blew a whistle, and when he threw the technical foul, I said, Tech. He said for flopping, I said, whoa, we don't see them calls. Like, but I
don't think I've seen since they put their rule in place. I haven't seen any.
But he does do this every game.
He be hurting, like I said, he be hurting folks, man.
Or he runs through screens. Like he just barrels through screens, and that's a foul. You can't just run through a guy. You have to navigate the screen. You either got to work over it or under it, but you can't run through a guy's chest. And so to see them call that, I don't know if somebody put that into the league, like, hey, man, y'all have to look out for dude.
But they probably sent tape of him doing that prior to it. Like, y'all got to watch out for this, man.
Because when we played OKC last year in the playoffs, man, Lou Dort, you talking about throwing his body every which way. And you talking about flopping. I'm like, dude, like, you going to do this every screen? You going to throw your body?
That man dangerous.
Then he'll hurt you. He'll run through you. He'll hurt you. And so I'm like, and my thing is, the way he played, they don't let everybody play that way.
Nope.
Dallas did a good job, though, defensively. They didn't do a good job turnovers-wise. They turned the ball over too much, but defensively, they did a good job, man. Keep it J-Dub in check. Keeping Isaiah Joe in check, the shooter. Lou Dort, who likes to shoot threes. And having that, but they look very different, man, without Shea on the floor.
Facts.
So the way I look at it like this, the teams were pretty even tonight. They didn't have Shea. We didn't have Luka. They didn't have Hardenstein. We didn't have Lively. And so the teams were fairly even tonight.
But you know what they're gonna say.
Both teams were, dealing with some guys that were missing. And the main two guys is your two stars, right? Luka, Shea, right? They account for a lot of your offense. So those are the main two guys. So you sit those guys out, and then, teams dealing with injuries. So you relatively two battered teams are relatively fighting. One of your stars or quote unquote your second best player in J-Dub, and then we have our second best player in Kyrie. And I thought this game was gonna come down to who can play better out of Kyrie and J-Dub. And I was like, Kyrie, you're gonna have to outplay him. You can, if we're gonna win, you're gonna have to outplay J-Dub.
Yeah.
And so Kyrie, when he came out like he did, I said, okay, he understands I'm gonna have to outplay him. Like I just can't come out here and play subpar and let him get off and I not even match it. Man, we gotta find a way to string some wins together. We got Charlotte coming Monday. We got to get that one. We gotta get that one, man. We gotta get that win, man. I'm hoping Lively will be back. We got a couple of days before we play. We won't play till Monday. So we got, 2 days. He's been off for a few days. So they said it wasn't bad or whatever. So I'm hoping that he can come back. We need high IQ basketball. Just do. We need all the high IQ guys on the floor. And then, his offensive rebounding, man. He's top 5 in offensive rebounding for those who don't know.
That's big.
So like he's a force down there. Like the things that he does for this team, his playmaking, his assisting. Now that he has some low post moves, rim protection, his versatility on the perimeter defending, like he can switch out. Like tonight, Gafford would not come out and stop their boy from shooting threes. He just wouldn't.
He just need to do drills, just nothing but coming and closing out on 3-point line. That's all he need to do for the practices.
Just was leaving the guy. He just was leaving them open. Like he wouldn't close out. That's what really had the game close because it's like, bro, you're just not gonna. And JJ Barea, who was hosting tonight, was just like, we just can't let him shoot open threes. Like, you're not gonna win that way. You're just not gonna win. If you're just gonna let the guy just keep horsing the threes, he's obviously hitting them. Mm-hmm. So like you're gonna have to run him off or contest it at least. Get a hand up in their face. But we was able to do that once he got out the game, man. Because we was able to pretty much switch, everything. And Kleber's defense, I would have put Kleber on J-Dub. He guarded J-Dub really good.
He did. He did.
The length and size bothers J-Dub. And, of course, Najee Marshall did a good job on him. But they kept trying to pick Najee Marshall off of J-Dub. And I just would have started with Kleber at the point of attack.
Yeah. Let's see if you're going to switch it then.
And then now let's see if you switch it back to Najee. And I would have, but that comes with coaching. Like,
yeah,
you have to coach. Like, once you see that, like Cleveland, once you see Kleber, like, oh, man, he's doing a really good job on him.
They stay disciplined.
They keep wanting to switch. Okay, Kleber, hey, you start off on him.
So speaking of JJ Barea, man, what do you think? How you think he's been doing on the broadcast? He's been doing the last few games, man, for the Mavs.
It's a breath of fresh air. We finally got a commentator who doesn't big up a team that we're playing to the fullest. It's okay to give a team props, but my gosh, who are you commentating for? I mean, Derek Harper, he's the main candidate, but Mark Followell be right with him. Oh, this team is so good. They just so good. It's not like old slaves. Oh, master, you're good to me, master. They good in defense. They good in steals. What can they do? It's like, goodness gracious. Get off your knees, Harper. Jeez. Send Harper back to OKC with them.
Boy, you see that shit sucker suit Harper had on tonight?
That's how you know, man. That's why, man. You know, that's slave stuff, man. That's how you know, man. As soon as I turn the game on, I turn it on right to him getting right. He getting busy. I mean,
got that Dolomite suit on.
He busy. And JJ Barrell, like, yeah, but I think we need to come out with some intensity. He's trying to put it back towards the Mavericks of what we need to do to try to get a victory. And he's just on his knees working, boy. And I mean, he is working. And I'm saying, Harper, man, get off your knees. Wipe your mouth. Jeez. Every game is this mess going on, man. Goodness gracious. And we know how good Shea is. Ooh. Like, oh my God, dog. It's okay to give team and players props. It's cool. It's fine to do that. But to have a whole monologue every game about these teams we play, and it don't matter who we play. We can play the worst team in the NBA. Harper's gonna be on his knees working. It don't matter who we do. Like, it just don't. It don't matter, man. He do this mess every game, and it pisses me off. And man, I hope we get some new commentators, some new analysts. I'm like, man. And then you go listen to other analysts for other teams. They don't do that crap. They'll give a team props, and then they back to their team. Like, what we need to do, man, this guy here has been stepping up. He needs to continue to step up. You know, they're going through the analysts because you're an analyst for your team. Right. You're not an analyst for the opposite team. So your focus should be what my team needs to do, what we need to continue to do, or what we can't do. That should be what you're talking about. You're supposed to be talking to Mavs fans through the game of your team. Not over there praising this team the whole 30-minute pregame that we're watching. If you didn't know no better, you would think it was OKC analysts. If you didn't know no better, you would think that you was watching OKC. Oh, look at the defense. Oh, they're first in steals. They're first in turnover ratio. They're first in steals. I'm like, God, who team is this? I mean, you're going down their whole list of of this team. And OKC is a really, really good team. Like, don't get me wrong. They got some good players, man. Like, it's cool to say, yeah, man, this team is a really good team. It's going to be a tough task tonight. They got some really good players. But this is what we need to do to try to get a victory. And that needs to be what it is. Like, I would like to see you big up our players like that.
Man, they need to take a page out of Charlotte commentators.
The best analysts in the business.
The best ones in the game, man.
If you haven't watched Charlotte's analysts, man,
entertainment. I think I'm gonna watch their broadcast on Monday.
Do yourself a favor and go watch Charlotte's analysts.
It's a show, boy.
It is entertaining. It is very entertaining. And you'll be shocked because the team is not so good. But their analysts is so entertaining. It's funny. They know what they're saying, and they're not afraid to say stuff that everybody's thinking.
Facts.
Like, if somebody's playing hot garbage, they're not afraid to say, man, this man, what is he doing? What is he doing out here? Like, they're not afraid to say that, which you won't hear from most analysts. They won't say stuff like that. Like, man, he been stinking up the joint all night.
Yeah, they say stuff that we're thinking as fans.
Like, it is entertaining. Like, if you haven't watched the Charlotte game, man, watch their broadcast. It's entertaining. The Charlotte is already, they're fun to watch because they like to get up and down. It's flashy. But their analyst is very entertaining, man. So, like, the Mavericks, if you're a Mav fan, the Mavericks play them Monday. Like, watch the Charlotte's analyst. Like, and you'll be entertained throughout the game. Like they talk about their team, and watch how they talk about the other team. Like they give other team props, but it's just not like they're just on that team. So like last time we played them, they like, oh man, Luka, this is what he do, man. That's how he do. He's how he kill you. But this is what we got to do, man. We got to take the ball out of his hands. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like that's endless. Like yeah, you can give a player props, but like man, this is what my team needs to do.
Don't ride it.
Don't just ride the guy. That's why Harper. That's why his sinuses and stuff so messed up. That's why his nostrils and stuff so jacked up, man. Man, get your face out that man lap, man. Jeez. I gotta say this, man. I just gotta say this, man. Y'all excuse me tonight, man. I gotta say it. It's gotta be said. Enough is enough, man. I hadn't really been talking about this as we coming on here. We've been coming over here after every game, and I hadn't really got on Harper for doing it, even though it's really been, irking me to watch it every pregame. So most of the time, I just turn the volume off on the pregame because I just don't want to hear it. I turn the volume off. I don't want to hear it. Once I get the lineups and who playing, I just kind of turn it off. Or most of the time, I get the lineups off Facebook. Once I know who playing, I turn it off until the game start. When they line up for the jump ball, I turn it back on because I just do not want to hear him have a whole monologue about this other team. Like, I just don't want to hear it. Oh, there go. This is one that killed me. Lou Dort was in foul trouble, so he subbed out. They brought Lou Dort back in the game. Oh, here comes someone that can guard Kyrie. JJ Burrell was like, what? Like, why would you even say that? What would make you say that? I digress, man. I digress. I got it off. It is what it is, man. Dallas analyst, man. Mark Followell, he's exciting. When Dallas going to run, he's going to really have the energy high. Skin is funny. He says as much as he can.
Yeah.
He's not a main analyst. He says as much as he can, as well as JJ. He's just a guest. But Mark Followell, man, he just not Mark Followell. Mark Followell be bigging people up too, but not like Derek Harper. So man. But another phase of the game, man, we want to get into this what we call who was your MVP tonight? Tonight's game, who was your MVP? Who was that difference maker tonight who made a impact on the game to help us get to the victory tonight? Who would you say your MVP is, John?
MVP tonight, man. Dang. You know what? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to say Kyrie, man. It was very much needed.
It was a shot in the arm. It was.
The way he set the tone at the beginning of the game, man. We was missing that. It was very much needed, man. He was a steady hand throughout the game, man. I'll have to give it out to Kyrie, man. Of course, he wasn't as efficient as he would like, but I do understand he coming back from an injury, still playing with the injury. And then he got beat up down there, getting in that hole. But man, I have to give it to him, man. He was that steady hand tonight, man.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
And he was able to help set up some of the players to score, even though they was passing up shots. The passes were still made compared to what we had before with Dinwiddie at the point, because he wasn't getting nobody involved.
Dinwiddie won't attack off no screen. He gonna pull the ball back out. He get a screen instead of him attacking downhill.
Nope.
He gonna go to the side. Back out.
Do that raggedy side step 3. And I'm only saying the rag because he shoot 32% this year.
I have 2. The first one is Najee Marshall. We went through a stretch there. Najee Marshall had 14 and 10 rebounds, and then the defense he played on J-Dub, not letting J-Dub just have his way. And then we went through a stretch there where Najee Marshall hit some big time threes.
He did
in that corner, like when OKC had took the lead, and we were kind of going tit for tat in this moment where they was hitting shots, and then we was looking for shots, and Najee was the one that was hitting those threes in the corner. He hit 2 big time threes, and then came back and got a layup and won.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was big turning point in the game because we could have lost control of that game, and they could have easily went up double digits.
That's a fact.
Him, and then got to show this brother love. Max Prosper. I got to give it to him. What he was able to do, he only played 9 minutes and gave us 7 points, 2 rebounds, had some steals, a big time dunk.
A body.
Only in 9 minutes. He didn't have double-digit minutes.
When he's in the game, you know he's in the game. He's not one of those players you forget he's in the game.
So Max, just peep this out. Max had 7 points in 9 minutes. Maxi Kleber had 7 points in 20 minutes.
Same amount of rebounds.
Just to show you his effectiveness in the time that he's getting. Like he's taking advantage of the time he's getting.
They should flip.
And he should be getting the time that Maxi's getting. And his fearlessness is refreshing because he's not scared. Like I wasn't even mad when he shot the air ball. I wasn't even mad.
I wasn't mad
because nobody else would shoot the ball.
Yep.
And they just kept passing it around the perimeter, and I was like, "Shoot, somebody's gonna have to shoot the ball, man. Like you're gonna run out of time." And long and behold, the rookie got the ball with 3 seconds left, and he had to chunk it up. He air ball, but I didn't blame him. Kid took him out for it, which really wasn't his fault. Because like you gave me no other choice. I got a guy closing out on me. I don't have time to pump fake.
Oh, yep.
I just got to shoot it. And so I thought Kyrie should have shot the ball instead of passing it to the young fella like that.
Yeah.
You're the veteran. You're the star. Take the tough shot. I'd much rather you take that tough shot in that moment than to give the young fella a grenade like that. He's not a shooter like that. I can understand if it was a shooter that you pass it to, but Max ain't a shooter. Now he can hit it. If he open, he get himself set, he can hit it, but he's not a quote unquote shooter. Not yet. Now I can see him. He got a nice form. I can see him coming. Like I said, I think I had called him a Dorian Finney-Smith 2.0. Once the shot catches up with everything else, I think he's going to be a good defender. He can already put the ball on the floor a lot better than Dorian can. His driving ability is a whole lot better. And then his motor, like he's just don't stop. I mean, he's everywhere.
If it's a live ball, it's a loose ball, he's somewhere around.
And so that's why I had to give him props, because what he was able to do in 9 minutes. When I looked down and seen the minutes he played, I had to give it to him. I'm like, he played 9 minutes, which is a shame because we had so many people out. He should have got way more minutes. Because you look at it, Gafford's in foul trouble. Lively's out. Powell went out. Hardy went out. Luka's still out. Like, you got like 5 or 6 people that are out. Like, there's no reason why this rookie shouldn't be. This should be prime time for him getting at least 15 minutes. He should at least get 15 minutes. Because you want to groom him so bad. Like, I want to see what you can actually become.
Right.
And in this moment, this is prime time for me to really groom you.
Yeah.
Because we got so many people out. Now when everybody come back, now he's not going to play anymore.
He'll get buried on the bench.
Like, this is what I hate about the coaching. Like, this is the time to really let your young prospect really get some minutes, man. Especially if he's playing good. Like, if he's bringing something to the table, like, this is the time to really let him get comfortable. I believe his shot would get even better if he gets more confidence.
Facts.
But it's hard to shoot, for those who don't know, if you think that you're going to get taken out.
Yeah.
Which he did. He
played a whole lot different, yeah.
He airball. He didn't see the floor no more. He only played 9 minutes. The coach benched him. Now, just think about what that does to his confidence.
Young player, yeah.
Hopefully, he can be tough-minded and, kind of put that in the back, but that's hard to do when you're out there playing because you're thinking that any mistake I make, I'm probably not going to play no more.
Yep.
And he's doing, everything he know to do. I'm playing hard, man. I'm just play hard. They asked him, like, what advice they give you. Play hard. And he's doing, that. Word came out today that the Dallas Mavericks are looking into the Jordan Clarkson.
For who?
They didn't say. Now, I imagine that Dallas is trying to get a package deal. So, I imagine that Dallas is trying to get Jordan Clarkson along with, what's the other forward they have?
John Collins.
John Collins.
But we're going to give up quite a bit for them too.
Oh, I imagine Dallas is trying to, Nico is trying to find a way to, do that, of course. Of course, Max is going to be in the deal. Jaden Hardy is probably going to be in the deal. Jordan Clarkson is another guy who could be instant offense.
He's a bucket now.
And Dallas is kind of looking for that. A guy that can come off the bench and he's just ready to go. With that second unit. Just ready to go. And it gives you a little bit more options. Along with his experience, right? He got a lot of playoff experience. He's another tough-minded guy. He's tough. He'll square up with you, which I'm kind of concerned because we already got PJ and Nachi. So I'm a little concerned about that because he will. I've seen him on numerous occasions. But that's one of the moves. Dallas is definitely. Nico has been out that he's definitely been trying to make some moves. He was at the New Orleans games last night talking to their general manager.
And I did hear, man, they may be trying to shop Gafford around.
Nico has got desperate and he has dangled Gafford. I believe it would be part of the John Collins and Jordan Clarkson sweepstakes. Dallas just need firepower. Like, as you've seen tonight, we went through stretches where it was difficult to score. And now everybody's trying to shove the ball to Kyrie. Like, here, Kyrie, here. And so you just need more firepower. And then is it two? Like we just need another 4. Like Maxey comes in, Maxey refuses to shoot the ball. He's scared to shoot. John Collins eliminates that situation. He's a really good 3-point shooter. And he's really athletic. And he has a post game. So like you add in firepower, and then Jordan Clarkson, he can heat up. He can really heat up.
Yeah.
He reminds me of a Tim Hardaway Jr., but with more ball handling ability.
He got more in his bag than
Like he can really go off the dribble. You know, he's not just a spot up shooter.
Oh yeah, he actually has a bag. So
you know, so
I mean he's 6'5". So
yeah. And then the experience, like you look at the experience, being in tough situations, things of that nature. So I know that Nico is going to be looking to pull off a trade pretty soon here.
Yeah, man, he got to do something, man, because I know he was kind of trying to wait until everyone got healthy, man, but
everybody keep going down, man.
Some Mavericks going down. We get one person back, another person go down, man. Got Kyrie back, and then Hardy went down. Then on top of that, then we have Powell go down, and Powell's like he's gonna be out a minute. Okay, that was nasty.
He's gonna be out for at least a couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough there, man.
And I wouldn't be surprised he don't come back till Luka comes back.
Yeah,
we essentially got a couple of weeks before Luka comes back, and everybody's anticipating. Everybody's anticipating Luka like, hey, I know you ain't been open, but man, when you come out here,
we need you fires and guns are blazing. But he's back sitting over there on the bench, man. So that's a good sign.
And he don't look happy.
He don't. But he itching. He is itching.
Happy, boy. When you look at the team and you look at the standings, and of course, you got championship aspirations, and you like, man, don't y'all blow this, boy. Y'all better hold it down. Don't y'all blow this for me.
I'm gonna start speaking Slovenian on y'all.
And his facial expression, I mean, he didn't smile at all. Like even when Dallas made a big play, he just was stone faced. And the camera pan over there every now and then, and he was sitting there like,
y'all better not lose this.
Just stone face.
Only time I seen him crack a smile was towards the end when PJ calls that turnover. Other than that,
but most games, like he just like he's not even getting up no more. Like he was getting up and sort of fraternizing and laughing and joking. Like he was getting up, joking with people. He went over there and cussed DeAndre Jordan out. Or whatnot, he'd go mess with Jokic and all the other guys, and they asked Luka, did you think DeAndre Jordan, do you think he was doing good tonight? He's like, man, heck no. What do you mean you think he's doing good tonight? Asked me like, they ain't garbage. But man, we're praying that this team can hold on, man. And what's going to really be predicated whether this team can hold on is if Kyrie can play.
Yeah.
If Kyrie can play and they can find a way to get a rhythm, I believe they can do good enough to stay afloat. Because we've seen them be able to play well with Kyrie, at the helm. We just need a guy with an IQ with the basketball. We need a good point guard. And we've been saying that. And Kyrie was out. Yeah. It's like, bro, we're actually losing these games because we don't have a good point guard. Like when the games get close, like we don't have a good decision maker
at all.
Like the New Orleans game, like we should have won that by 15. But the decision making that Dinwiddie was doing, it was just poor decision making. He would come down, he would jack threes, and then he would come down and not look for Gafford. Gafford is killing. Like when you watch Kyrie, watch how patient he was.
Mm-hmm.
He's scanning the defense, seeing what the defense is giving up. Like, what are y'all doing? Are y'all coming to trap me? Are y'all giving up the post? Is the weak side open? He's scanning. So he'll know, like, okay, I need to move this way. Not Spencer.
Spencer just trying to get his. That's it.
And where's Dante Exum at, man?
Man, we need to put out APB for him, man.
Jeez. Be February in a minute.
They told us January. Yeah, we halfway through January now.
That's what I'm saying. It'll be February in a minute. Luka be on his way back pretty soon. I'm pretty sure Luka coming back as soon as he get evaluated. Luka like, I'm playing.
Wrap it up or whatever. I'm playing.
I'm only sitting out this month. And it looked like Luka's mad because he's like, man, I think I can go back for 4 months.
Yeah.
Y'all put that month out there, but you have to be careful with that.
Because that can lead to
I just know Luka. He wants to win.
Luka's dying over there. He's like, bro, y'all.
He want to win.
I don't think he's ever been out like far as in the season this long.
He ain't never missed no month of the season. The most he's ever missed is like a couple of weeks.
But for him to miss over a month, it's killing him.
He ain't never missed that. And then not only that, but watch your team suffer. Like the way we're losing these games.
Like I'm the missing piece. Like if I was there.
We up by 20 on Denver and just get walked down.
Yep.
Like that's another game that we should have won. And I had told John on this. I said we should split these games against Denver. And I said I think it's gonna be the first one because I think we can catch them off guard.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna come out lackadaisical.
No Luka,
Luka, no Kyrie. I think we can take them. Now the second game they'll be ready, but the first game I think we can take them. And sure enough, the second game they were ready. Jamal Murray told us a new one.
He came out the gate on that boy.
Boy, he put us over that knee, and I mean, he was what y'all? I mean, he whooped us. I mean, boy, you talking about belt to behind?
We can do is just check our head. That's all we can do, boy.
We just sat there and just looked at the screen. This man scored at will.
Everything was falling.
And it was even more so difficult because we just couldn't respond on the other end.
Yep.
So, man, we'll be here Monday, man. We'll be here, man, Monday. We're gonna also be back on here, man. We're gonna start we're gonna try to get on here, man. Either tomorrow or Sunday. We're gonna talk about the Dallas Cowboys, man, the head coaching search. And we're gonna talk about the draft, who we think that we need to go after in the draft and what's there and the holes in the team and just the whole conditions of the Cowboys, y'all. We're down bad, man.
Y'all pray for us.
Ben Johnson said he don't want to coach here.
I can't blame him.
Run, man.
Run.
Negro, run.
Nah, man, just say what you want over here, man.
Jerry's gonna control everything, and then he's gonna blame you for the team's failures.
Facts.
That's how it happens. The quarterback and the head coach gets the blame for the Cowboys every year, but Jerry's in control of everything. He's in control of the makeup of the team, when the team practice, where they practice at. Mike McCarthy didn't have control over where we practice.
Just a figurehead. That's what's going to be here. If you
or the makeup of the team.
And then Will McClay, his contract is coming up too.
He just need to run. Cause bro, like You should be the GM,
He doing
but
all the work of it,
you're doing
essentially,
all the dirty work of a GM,
but
but
not the title.
you not have the title, so therefore you won't have none of that under your belt. Like, bro, go somewhere where you can function as a real GM somewhere, man.
And I'm sure he got interest.
They're saying they'd rather go to New York Jets to coach than to come to Dallas.
That's bad.
And Aaron Rodgers is busted and disgusted.
Yeah.
He's over the hill, and you saying I'd rather go to the Jets to coach.
But you talking about tone deaf? The Jones are tone deaf.
And I won't be surprised, guys, if good old Kellen Moore's the head coach.
Yep.
We know how Jerry operates. He likes to go with familiar. He likes to go in-house, and he likes to go white.
Either that or Jason Witten, because he's been in the talks as well.
Well, I'm saying so far, who's interviewed? So,
I mean, they already got their minority interview out the way with Robert Sulla.
The other minority they had the Detroit Lions, DC. He said he don't want it. Aaron Glenn.
Eric Glenn, you know, he used to play cornerback for us back in the day.
Yeah, he said he don't want nothing to do with the Cowboys,
and I can't blame him.
He said I want to be a head coach. Don't get me wrong, I do. He said every coordinator wants to be a head coach. You want to be. You want to have your own imprint on the team, but that's a circus. Like, that's not a football organization. It's not about football down there. It's about Hollywood. It's about a show.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about winning.
Want to be all in the videos, all on the screen, all on the stages.
So, with that being said, man, we're going to be here talking about that. We'll probably come Sunday and probably give y'all an hour on that about the conditions of the head coaching and the draft, who we should draft at 12. Shout out to Dion for just staying put, man.
Stay put, man. Stay 10 toes, man.
8 toes. He ain't got number 8, but stay 8 toes now, proud. We rock with you, man. hey, man, it's the real. I gotta keep it real. I gotta keep it real, man.
Keep your 8 toes down, man.
But the Mavericks, man, they found a way to get out and win tonight, man. We happy about it. OKC was scrappy tonight, man. Both teams were dealing with a bunch of injuries, man. Dallas had more people to go down this game. Boy, we can't afford no more injuries, man.
Not one more.
And man, we need to fire whoever our trainer is. Need to be fired, man.
Go get Casey Smith, man. Whatever it costs, go get him back.
He don't win the guy. They made him an upper position.
Mm-hmm. He upper crust now.
Yeah, man. We need to go. We need to find somebody, man, because this is terrible.
Never had this many injuries.
We ain't never had this many injuries in one season.
It said like we finally got over whatever bug was in the locker room, and then after that, it just everybody going down. When somebody hit the floor, man, like, my heart stopped a little bit, man. I'm like, man.
When Kyrie was hitting the floor, I was just like, ooh.
Get up, Craig.
Is it grimacing?
Get up, Craig.
Get up, Craig. Get up. I'll be yelling like, man, somebody help him up, man. Get him up on the floor, man.
Yeah, we taking their time, man. Run over there, man. Make sure they okay. We down bad.
We down bad on injuries, man. We down real bad, man. Everybody is down, man. Everybody. It seems like every game we losing at least one player, man. Or we get a player back, and then we got 2 more leaving out. So Kyrie, we got Kyrie back tonight, and then 2 more players leave tonight. So it's just like, shoot.
And then the thing about it, like, Powell never gets hurt. Outside of when he tore his Achilles,
he never gets hurt. Like,
he's
played 82 games.
He's like an Iron Man. He's never hurt. And for him to have that type of
him have a groin injury like that, it's like, man, I don't know what to make of this season.
This season is crazy.
And we can bounce back from this season, boy. We'll be better, boy.
You ain't gonna tell me nothing.
Man, but shout out to everybody, man, who tuned in today, man. Shout out to all the ones who are rocking with us, man. Continue to rock with us, man. Go tell a friend, man. Share, subscribe, man. Continue to rock with us. It costs you nothing to give us a like. It costs you nothing to subscribe, man. Rock with us, man. Mavericks basketball, man. We're here. We're talking about it, man. We also talk about things going around the league. So rock with the boys, man. We're here, man. We love y'all.